maths. I know some maths, including what? Odd maths. All right, calculus. Okay, so check this out. Plus one. Okay, you're plus one because you carry the one sign, you carry the plus sign, and we say you're plus one. So a plus one plus another plus one. All right, so a plus one plus one. It means you say I'm for God, so you're plus one, and you yoke with another person who say I'm for God, a plus one. You know what the result is? The result is a plus two. Okay? You become stronger. A plus two. All right. But then, what happens when a plus one decides to go and yoke with a negative one? So mathematically, it's going to be a plus one plus minus one. Okay? A plus one plus minus one. And then what answer do we get when you do that? You get a zero. You get a zero. So what happens to you? You and him become a zero. Mind you, at negative one, he's lesser than a zero. At negative one, he's lesser than a zero because he made a choice for the devil. And then you're a plus one. You made a choice for God Almighty already. The moment you yoke with the man that made a choice for the devil at negative one, both of you guys become what? Zero. And at zero, you guys are nothing. You bear zero. Like, you're not good in you're not in a good place, but you've been given a chance to decide which way to go again. You see how loving God is? God still gives you a chance. You fucked up. You're the person at plus one. You fucked up. The person at negative one, his mission is to get you to be at zero. And maybe join him in the negative zone. That is his mission. The goal is to get you, the plus one, to become a zero and possibly drag you into a negative one, negative two zone, drag you there. So a plus one plus a plus one is a plus two. A plus one plus a negative one is a zero. The zero is a chance God is giving you, the plus one. So you decide if you want to go back to plus one and keep going, or you want to stay at zero and decide to go in the negatives. But like I said, the man in the negative one, he doesn't care. He doesn't care for plus one, doesn't care for plus two. Don't want to go to plus one, don't want to go to plus two. In fact, at zero, he's only preparing to drag you along with him into negative one and two. You understand? So do not be equally yoked with unbelievers. That's the first equation right there. Now we're going to move on to equation number two. In fact, we did number two. Now let's do number three and four. We did one and two. Plus one plus one is plus two. Plus one plus negative one is zero. Okay. Now, let's do a plus one. And this concept here is so interesting. Now, let's do a plus one. If you're a plus one, if you decide to go for God, okay, you're a plus one. And minus plus one. So now we're talking about a plus one that decides not to follow another plus one. And so it's a plus one minus a plus one. So you say, I'm going for God. and then you find another man going for God, but you and him don't team up to become friends, so you guys can follow God and be stronger. This is what happens. So when a plus one minus a plus one happens, you know what happens? Both of them become zeros. Yeah, they lose their plus one. They become zeros. Now they got to go to plus one and find a way to move forward instead of going backward. And they're only going backward because they're not connecting. They have to connect with another plus one. But now they decided not to connect with that plus one, so they stay at zero. It is, you understand me? Because that's the equation. That's mathematically the equation. And if you can relate it to human life, you will get sense out of it. Whoever has ears, let them hear. All right, so now let's go. A plus one minus a plus one becomes a zero. So I'm saying, if you say I'm going for God, find the people that are going for God, really, really going for God. Buy their fruits. You will know them. And become friends with them. Team up. Become friends. Connect. Fourth equation. A plus one minus a negative one. And the one we just did is what? A plus one minus a plus one becomes a zero. But now the one we're doing, the D, the fourth equation, a plus one minus a negative one. Plus one say, hey, I don't want to have nothing to do with this negative one person over here. A plus one person say, I don't want to have nothing to do with this negative person over here. A plus one minus a negative one. You know what the answer is? It's a plus two, bro. Yeah. It's a plus two, bro. You gain strength. You become more powerful, bro. When the devil come at you and say, yo, what's up, what's up? Because the devil is a spirit, but he lives through people. He lives through human beings. So when I say the devil, I mean a human being coming at you. Some another being like yourself. But what he's saying to you, no, is the devil talking through him. He's playing the devil's role. So when I say a devil, I'm not talking about besides, I mean, in concepts, you know, the concept, within concept, right? What I'm trying to say, the devil, we don't see the devil, of course, we don't see the devil, right? But he's real though. Lucifer is real, and we can call him, we can actually see him. But the people that see him are the ones that worship him, the ones that actually, the bad people that have a lot of power, have a lot of money, run things in positions. Yeah, there's those people that see the devil. They have access to the devil. Lucifer. They do their rituals. They perform their whatever they got to do. They know that stuff. That's why they stay along longer with a lot of paint and polish, a lot of money, earthly things, doing the devil's work. Right? What is going on? What happened to my what happened to my stuff? Alright, so let me pull it up again. What happened to it? Where did it go? Alright. So now that equation is telling you that what? A plus one minus a negative one becomes what? A plus two. That plus one person becomes a plus two. It becomes strong and powerful. when he yokes with the unbeliever, when the plus one plus the negative one, what happens to him? He becomes a zero. He becomes zero. So we got to be careful how we mingle and who we associate with and how we yoke in. Because in life we have to yoke, but who are you yoking with? Who are you connecting with? Who is your friend? They say, show me your friend and I'll show you who you are. Right? They say birds of the same feathers flock together. Right? Yeah, so the yoking process is very important to consider. If I go this way and this is what I stand for, then this person here that don't do the things I do and stand for what I stand for, I cannot connect with them. We live on parallel planes. Parallel. Right? We live on parallel planes. We don't live on the same. Nah.